Okay, so let's start with one looking, the one where the corner is on the right side. And to one look corners, all you have to remember is that this one will stay in the same place and this one will get kicked out, like that. And for centers, the front and the back center will stay in the same place, and these three will cycle around, starting off from the side where there is this corner, so from right to left, so like that. And the mirror for corners is basically the same thing, but now this one stays in the same place and this one gets kicked out. And for centers, it's the same thing. The front and the back center won't move, and these three will cycle around, but now from left to right. I also have some examples. Okay, so we are solving green here, and I'm gonna start off by one looking corners. So I know that this one will stay in the same place and this one will get kicked out. So I have pi in the back, and for centers, this one won't move and this one won't move, and these three will cycle around from right to left. So I don't have any opposites, but I have this massive block here, and because this thing won't get disturbed, I know what case I'm gonna get. It's like where there are these lines here, and I can actually cancel into the alg I use, and it's that case, and the alg starts with a sledge, and I can cancel, and I'm in a perfect position to go into that NS. And the second case, this corner will stay in the same place and this one will move out. So I have peanut facing that direction. And for centers, this one will stay here and this one will stay here, and these three will cycle around from left to right. So this one is gonna be solved, and I'm gonna have an arrow here. So I'm gonna do NS from this position, that one. Okay, so we are one looking this pattern right here. The way you solve it is you set it up into this two mover, and it's super simple to one look it, because the one where these two corners are on the right, both of these just get kicked out, like away from these two, so like that, not like that. So this one will go up to here and this one will go up to here, and that's it for the corners. And to one look centers is basically you need to trace one move, and that move is you basically imagine putting that one back here and what it does to the centers. So this one will move up to here, this one will move up to here, and this one will move here. And the opposite is basically the same thing, but now these two will get kicked out here and here. And once again, you imagine putting that corner back here. So this one will go here, here, and that one here. So I have examples. Okay, so let's start with the one where these two corners are on the right side. To one look corners, this one will get kicked out here and this one will get kicked out here. So we have peanut facing that direction. And now we just need to imagine putting that one into here, and that basically creates these two are gonna be opposite. And like, why am I so bad at explaining? So this one will go up to here, this one here, and this one here. So these two are gonna be opposite. And yeah, that's basically all that we need to know. So we're gonna have a line here, and these two are gonna be opposite. So it's just a y2 and then sledge y sledge. Like that. And the one where the corners are on the left, let's start with one looking corners. This one will move here and this one will move here. So we have pi facing that direction, and to one look centers, we just put this corner in our mind, we just put this corner back here. So that means this one is gonna be here, this one is gonna be here, and this one is gonna be here. So, and these two are gonna be solved. So we basically, I mean, if we do intermediate, we can do a hatch and then u-perm here. You can also do an alg, but I think I prefer to do the intermediate version. So these are the next two cases. I call them twisters because you basically twist this corner. And how I used to one look these two is basically I would trace one move into that case where these two swap and these two swap. But there's a better way, and once again there's a cycle that starts off on the side where there is this corner on the bottom, so from right to left. And yeah, that's it for the centers. And corners are super simple. That one on the bottom basically does an F2. And mirror, once again, this one does an F2. But now these centers cycle from left to right. Super easy. Okay, so let's one look this one first. And let's one look corners first. So this one will do an F2. So it's gonna be pi in the back. And for centers, they will cycle from right to left. And that means this one is gonna get solved, and this one will be here, and this one is going to be opposite. And yeah, so I actually have a pretty bad case. I mean, I don't really like it. It's basically this one is solved, and you have like this line here, and this one is opposite. I mean, I'm just not a huge fan of it. And for this one, okay, so this one we do an F2 and it will end up here. So we have pi in the front. And for centers, this one will go here, which is gonna make it opposite. This one will go here, which is gonna make it solved, and this one will be here. So we basically have a sledge that we can actually cancel into. Okay, so these are the next two cases. Once again, they're super easy to one look because these two corners stay in the exact same spot, and these three just cycle around. And once again, they start from the side where there are these two corners, so they go from right to left, but like back here, not in the front. So this one goes here, this one goes here, and this one goes here. And corners, basically these two stay in the same place. Mirror. Wait, is it mirror or is it the same case? I mean, I think it's the same case, but like it doesn't really matter. You get the drill. Okay, so let's start with that one. These two corners stay in the exact same place, and these three will cycle around from left to right in the back. So this one will go here, this one will go here, which is gonna make it opposite, and this one will go here. So we have this one will be solved, this one will be opposite, and we have pi in the back. So we basically have this case, which we could cancel into, but like, yeah. And for that one, corners stay in the exact same place once again, and these three cycle around from right to left in the back, which means this one is going to be solved, and yeah, this one is opposite. So we're gonna do a y2 and then hedge y sledge y sledge, I think. Yeah, it's hedge. Okay, so these two are the next two, and how I basically hold it is I hold these two in the back, so it is easier to one look corners, because these two stay in the same place, and it's the same thing as the last time. These three cycle around from the side where there is this corner on the bottom, so from right to left in the back, and that's all that you need to know. But I executed from here. And mirror, once again these two stay in the same place, but now these three centers cycle around from left to right, and I executed like either here or either here. Let's start with that one. So these two will stay in the same place. So we have peanut here, and these three centers will cycle around from right to left in the back, of course. So our U center will be in the back, this one will be here, and this one will be here, and we have yellow on top. And the way I recognize this NS is basically I go to the opposite side that yellow belongs to, and if I have the top color, basically our U center color corner is facing us, then it's the good case, and it's basically that case where these two are connected, and that's a good case. And in our case we do have that, so I'm just gonna do the moves. Yeah, we have the good case, and because I'm in this position I can actually do an alternative alk, which goes like that. And mirror, Okay, so these two are gonna stay in the same place. So we have peanut in the left back, and these three will cycle from left to right. So our U center will be back here, this one will be here, and this one will be here. So we're gonna have a line here, and our top color is gonna be white, and the way I recognize the NS is I basically turn on the opposite side where white belongs, so yellow, and if the line is facing me, then it's the good case, it's that one, and we're gonna get that case. So I'm just gonna do the moves, and yeah, we do get that case, and that's it for the first episode.